Not all heroes roar. Not all warnings come as words. And sometimes, the greatest acts of courage are performed by those who cannot speak at all. In a forgotten forest, where trees whispered ancient lullabies and rivers hummed old memories, lived a fox who had no voice. Yet one day, he spoke louder than any creature ever could. This is his story. A story of fear, sacrifice, and quiet bravery in the face of unstoppable fire. Deep inside the forest valley, far from humans and their restless machines, lived a small orange fox with eyes bright like evening stars and fur that glowed like sunrise on fallen leaves. He wasn't like other foxes. He never barked. He never howled. Not even as a cub did he make the smallest sound. He was born silent. Doctors? There were none. Explanations? Nature gave none. But the forest understood that every creature has a purpose, and his would one day make sense. In silence, he discovered what others could not hear. He learned to listen to the heartbeat of the earth, to the whispers carried by roots, and to the subtle warnings hidden in winds long before storms arrive. While other foxes chased, fought, and competed, he watched, and he understood. Animals judged his quiet nature as weakness. Birds chirped that he was strange. Raccoons teased, "Even the worms make more sound than you." But he never hated them, because deep inside, he knew something they didn't. Strength doesn't always need a sound. This forest wasn't just his home, it was his family. He knew where the rabbits hid their nests, where the owls laid their eggs, where the hedgehogs sheltered, and where vulnerable newborns rested under layers of roots and soil. At night, while others slept, he patrolled quietly like an invisible guardian in the shadows. He didn't protect for gratitude. No animal thanked him. Nobody called him a hero. He never expected praise. Love was the only thing he ever understood, and love never asks for credit. One summer, the air felt different, hotter, drier, more fragile. Leaves crackled when stepped on. Rivers lowered. Wind carried dust instead of mist. The silent fox felt it more than anyone. One evening, while resting beneath an old cedar tree, the wind shifted suddenly. Something unfamiliar moved within it, a faint smell. Sharp, smoky, unnatural. He stood up immediately. His instincts shook him like thunder, but the sky looked normal. The forest was quiet. Animals slept peacefully. Maybe a normal fox would have ignored the strange scent, but he wasn't normal. He followed the smell, running through bushes and gliding over roots until he reached an underground burrow system near the north edge of the forest, a place where many animals kept newborns too young to crawl, walk, or open their eyes. He checked the burrows one by one, pushing his head inside to confirm life within. Baby rabbits, baby squirrels, tiny hedgehogs, 2 baby raccoons, and a newborn wildcat still clinging weakly to its mother. They were safe, but helpless. He stared at them long, and his heart whispered, "Remember this place." Far away, near the South Forest border, 2 careless travelers lit a small campfire to cook. They enjoyed their meal, laughed, and when they left, they believed the fire died naturally. But the wind had a different plan. A glowing ember rolled into a pile of dry leaves. The leaves ignited, a branch caught fire, and soon, the flames crawled silently like a hungry orange serpent through the forest floor. Animals slept, nature dreamed, only fire was awake. The silent fox, still patrolling, saw the first traces of orange glow deep in the trees. His heart thumped, not fast, but hard. He turned around toward the burrows. The fire spread like a monster, growing bigger with every breath of wind. Birds woke, insects scattered, larger animals fled in panic. But the fox ran the opposite direction. Smoke grew thicker like a ghost gripping the sky. Flames snapped and roared, devouring bushes, grass turning to ash instantly. He reached the newborn burrows, panting, trembling. He scratched the ground, trying to dig faster, but time was against him. He placed his body over the entrance, trying to block smoke and heat. His fur began to warm. Sparks landed near his paws, but he didn't move. Running would save him. Staying might kill him. But leaving meant newborns would never survive. He chose to stay. He stood in front of the fire, eyes locked, legs firm, tail lowered, breathing slow as if facing destiny. He did not fear it. He feared losing those who had no chance. The fire approached within meters. He closed his eyes, not because he gave up, but because he prayed. Not to a god, not to fate. He prayed to time. Nearby, a wildlife rescue team was patrolling the area because a heat wave alert was issued the previous night. Through thick smoke, one rescuer, Elena, a young wildlife researcher, noticed a strange silhouette standing still near the flames. She grabbed binoculars.
What is that, a fox? Why isn't it running? Stop the vehicle!
The team rushed toward the fox with heat-proof blankets and fire extinguishers. They couldn't believe their eyes. He stood there frozen, not out of fear, but as if guarding something.
Oh my God, there are babies underneath. He's protecting them.
Immediately, her team formed a rescue perimeter. 2 firefighters branched the flames with foam extinguishers. Others laid wet blankets over the ground, and Elena slowly approached the fox.
You're not alone now. We see you. We're here. You're safe. Let us help.
The team dug carefully with gloves and soft shovels until one by one they removed baby animals wrapped with warm blankets and oxygen masks. 7 newborn lives were rescued. When the last one was lifted, the fox looked at Elena with eyes full of something humans rarely see in animals: relief, mixed with farewell. His body weakened, legs shaking, fur slightly burnt at the edges. He didn't fall. He simply laid down as if finally allowed to rest.
You're coming too. You're a hero. You deserve to live.
At the Wildlife Rehabilitation Center, the fox was treated for dehydration, heat exposure, and mild fur burns. He didn't cry, didn't resist, and didn't show fear. But every day, he looked toward the forest through the shelter's window as if asking silently, "Are they safe?" Weeks passed. The forest healed slowly. Green returned over black wounds of ash, and the babies survived, every single one of them.
You changed more lives than many humans ever will. Go home, silent guardian.
From that day onward, he was no longer seen as weak, strange, or different. Animals began to watch him with quiet admiration. Some called him the guardian who never spoke. Others named him the Fox of Courage. But to Elena and her team, he was forever known as the silent fox who saved the forest, not with voice, not with power, but with heart. Courage is not measured by sound. Heroism is not measured by strength. Greatness is not measured by size. Real heroes don't always speak. Sometimes they simply stand when others run. And that is how one silent fox became louder than the fire itself.